We enjoy watching shows like Narcos and Marvel, which explore the harsh world of cartels, but we should not enjoy watching individuals, such as Pablo Escobar or El Chapo. These are actual monsters who enjoyed torturing and killing those who were against them. They will occasionally even murder innocent women and children in order to take revenge on a rival gang member or a police officer who rejects their orders. Let's examine the cruelest methods El Chapo's sons used to take revenge on their rivals. Welcome to True Crime. Let's get started. The Sinaloa cartel is the biggest narcotics gang in Mexico and operates in thousands of cities worldwide. The cartel has experienced a fair amount of ups and downs, but the biggest blow to this organization was the arrest of one of its strongest kingpins, El Chapo. El Chapo, whose real name is Joaquin Guzman, was captured in January 2016 and sentenced in the US in 2019. But does this mean that the cartel is over? Not really. Even in the absence of the leader, the Sinaloa cartel remains the biggest in Mexico. They engage in drug deals, kidnappings, killings, and battling local cartels for power over territories. But El Chapo isn't the main topic of today's story. This video tries to focus on his sons, who are doing well in protecting their father's legacy. In addition, the sons have taken their brutality even to new heights by borrowing new torturing methods from their father and other cruel cartel leaders. They never showed pity to their victims. El Chapo's sons, Iván Archivaldo Guzmán Salazar, Jesús Alfredo Guzmán Salazar, Ovidio Guzmán López, and Joaquín Guzmán López are the sons of El Chapo. In addition to their criminal activities, they gained notoriety for a cruel method they employed on a few of their victims. They fed them to the tigers they kept as pets. Stay tuned for additional information about El Chapo's sons. So how many children does El Chapo have? Really, nobody knows. He had 13 or 14 children among his 4 wives. However, we do not yet have the accurate number. But because of their active involvement in the Sinaloa cartel's operations, 4 of El Chapo's sons, also known as Los Chapitos, or Little Chapos, have gained attention. Yes, after their father was taken into custody by the authorities in 2016, they have taken up his role. Iván Archivaldo Guzmán Salazar has always maintained a quiet profile. The eldest of the brothers, he took over as head of the Sinaloa cartel in 2016, following the arrest of his father. He was very active on social media before this, posting opulent images that showed off his carefree way of life. However, he has not posted since 2016. Jesús Alfredo Guzmán Salazar has also followed the footsteps of his elder brother and entered the business when he was a teenager. He is well known for participating in numerous events alongside his brother and for using fentanyl on people without their consent. Ovidio Guzmán López is the brother who looks after and leads the fentanyl division within the cartel. His fate is unknown in the United States, where he was sent after being captured by law authorities. Also, it was well known that he is the family business's least successful member. Lastly, Joaquín Guzmán López has never been in the spotlight. Not much is known about this Chapito, but he has contributed significantly to the violent crimes and illicit family trade that have claimed thousands of innocent lives. The 4 brothers began their professions before they were even adults, having been groomed from a very young age. As to be seen, the next generation is also much smarter and more violent. Lives of the Sinaloa cartel leaders. The Sinaloa cartel leaders are far more complex beyond weapons, battles, and drugs. Yes, they live lavish lifestyles. They have millions of wealth, opulent homes, guards, and exotic pets. A narcotics trafficker much lower in the ranks than the Chapitos showed off their wealth, saying they had millions of pesos in their accounts from the trade, and they live in a mansion. They usually kept tigers as pets in their homes and referred to them as a symbol of power. However, recent investigations have shown that these animals were utilized for purposes much beyond entertainment. However, the life of this narcotics trafficker is a window into the lavish lifestyle that the Chapitos lead. After El Chapo's arrest, the world breathed a heavy sigh of relief when El Chapo was arrested in 2016, and everyone thought that the Sinaloa cartel would most likely fall apart soon, but Los Chapitos were continuing their father's legacy. Despite El Chapo's absence, his sons maintained the trade smoothly, without harm. The Chapitos ensured that nothing and nobody stopped the expansion of their fentanyl ring. The brothers started the deadly fentanyl manufacturing process in China. From there, they crossed into Mexico and brought it into the United States. Several states have been badly affected by the mass smuggling, and Chicago is one of the cities to take the biggest hit. In addition, Los Chapitos consistently produced the strongest doses of these drugs, guaranteeing that the drugs worked flawlessly every time. The drugs were brought into the country illegally by posing as medicinal products, and it took a lot of work for the DEA to locate and seize them. In 2021, U.S. authorities placed a $5 million bounty on Los Chapitos after observing a record amount of narcotics being trafficked from Mexico. Los Chapitos are just like their ancestors. The cartels have never been known to show mercy to their victims. However, the inhuman tales of brutality are a recent phenomenon, with the birth of other rival gangs like the Sinaloa and CJNG, are racing to become the most ruthless gang the world has ever seen. They often inflict so much pain on their victims that they cross all levels of humanity. Although taking a person's life is already terrible enough, the cartels go beyond by manipulating their victims before doing anything more. Their horrific stories are frequently featured in media headlines, frightening not just the locals, but also the law authorities who have taken a vow to contain them. The victims. Iván, the eldest of the 4 sons, owns a ranch in Navolato, Sinaloa, which serves as a chamber for anyone who crosses them. They take their victims there for interrogations and do unimaginable things to them. They capture victims to obtain information, and after that, they dispose of them. The victims may occasionally receive a quick shot to the head, or other times they may be thrown inside the cages of Chapitos' beloved pets. But not only members of rival gangs or the general public, the Chapitos also showed their monstrosities against law enforcement officers and tormented them before taking their lives. There are many body bags in Mexican streets that are abandoned there by members of the Sinaloa cartel. The locals are aware of what's in those bags, but nobody dares speak out against the crimes because they are too afraid of the cartels. Law enforcement agents are doing everything they can to fight the Sinaloa cartel. Also, the cartel's main target for drug trafficking is the United States. The United States Department of Justice marked the Chapitos for their mass production and smuggling of narcotics within the borders. They have managed to inject the substance into every state of the country, and the U.S. has never seen a substance problem like this ever before. For this reason, it is now essential for the government to put an end to the Sinaloa cartel. Arrest of Ovidio Guzmán López. After Ovidio Guzmán López from Culiacán was captured by Mexican law enforcement in October 2019, the cartel reacted violently. They raised roadblocks, burned vehicles, and opened fire on law enforcement to release him. Law enforcement officials were forced to free him after they attacked Culiacán's streets, killing or injuring many individuals. But in 2023, law enforcement organizations got another great chance. In January, they captured Ovidio Guzmán from Culiacán once more. The cartel members continued the same acts of violence they caused in the nation. The city of Culiacán issued a state of emergency and asked citizens to stay at home. The safety of Culiacán citizens is the most important, they stated in the mandate. During the events, there were conflicts between authorities and members of the cartel, and it is believed to have resulted in 29 deaths. 10 security force members and 19 cartel members have passed away as a result of the conflict. Ultimately, though, El Chapo's son, Ovidio Guzmán López, was extradited to the United States on charges of drug trafficking. He was safely extradited to the U.S., but no one knows where El Chapo's other 3 children are. But because his father has broken out of prison before, it wouldn't be shocking if Ovidio attempted to do the same. Under the cover of shadows, the 3 remaining brothers still lead the Sinaloa cartel in Mexico. However, nothing strange has happened so far. Yes, this could be the calm before a dangerous storm. What are your thoughts about El Chapo's sons? Do you think they can surpass their father in brutality and trade? Remember to drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Our thoughts and prayers go out to those involved. We hope you enjoyed our true crime overview of El Chapo's sons fed enemies to tigers and used chiles for torture. Be sure to be a true crime subscriber and hit the bell icon to never miss another true crime video. Leave a comment and a like to show your support. Until next time, stay safe. And if you have a true crime story you would love to see, please be sure to leave in the comments below. We look forward to seeing you in our next video.